Welcome to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether the old coins lying around your home could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the world of rare Australian bicentennial and 1971 Elizabeth coins, some of which are worth thousands, even millions of dollars. These hidden treasures could turn your spare change into serious cash, so stay tuned and let's uncover the coins that might just change your life. Let's get started. Australia's coinage history holds remarkable treasures, and among them, the rare bicentennial and Elizabeth II era coins from around 1971 are sparking excitement among collectors and investors alike. Though many of these coins were minted for regular circulation, a select few carry anomalies or unique features that send their value soaring beyond imagination. Picture holding a simple, well-worn 50-cent piece, only to discover it's worth thousands, even millions. The allure of these coins lies not just in their age or design, but in their rarity and the mysterious details that make them truly one of a kind. The year 1971 holds a special place in Australian numismatics. It was a time of growing national pride and change in design aesthetics, reflected clearly in the coinage of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. While the coins of this period may seem ordinary at first glance, bearing the regal profile of Her Majesty and standard denominations, the presence of minting errors, limited edition releases, and commemorative strikes create a hidden world of value. Liberty designs, value superimposed errors, and proof quality strikes are just a few of the features collectors salivate over. These are the sleepers in drawers and jars that could potentially be worth a life-changing fortune. Rare Australia bicentennial coins, often mistaken for their mundane counterparts, can possess traits like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or metal composition anomalies that catapult their worth to dizzying heights. While the bicentennial itself refers to 1988, commemorating 200 years since European settlement, many people confuse or include rare coins minted in the broader Elizabethan era, particularly those tied to historic national moments. Coins featuring uniquely superimposed Liberty motifs or experimental designs not released into mass circulation are now almost mythic in the numismatic world. The fascination with these coins isn't just their monetary value, it's the rarity and mystery they represent. Imagine finding a copper-nickel 50-cent piece from the 1970s with a die crack that crosses through the Queen's crown, an error so rare that experts can count its known specimens on one hand. These minute details may seem insignificant, but in the eyes of an experienced numismatist, they're equivalent to striking gold. Some of these coins were never meant to leave the Royal Australian Mint. A few were mistakenly released or gifted in special presentations, and now they haunt the dreams of treasure seekers across the globe. The surge in interest in rare Australian coins has created a dynamic market, with passionate collectors and investors willing to pay staggering sums for specific pieces. Auctions have seen bicentennial-related coins, especially those with unique minting characteristics, fetch hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. Coins once passed over as pocket change are now centerpiece items in global collections. This is not just about metal and numbers. It's history, art, and national identity in the palm of your hand, with the added thrill of fortune. Don't be fooled by the everyday look of these coins. The untrained eye might glance at a 1971 coin and dismiss it as trivial, but that same coin could be a numismatic unicorn. Key signs to watch for include variations in font, slight misalignments, overstruck details, and composition differences. Collectors thrive on uncovering these rare traits. If you've got a coin jar at home collecting dust, now is the time to dive in. It might just be housing your hidden ticket to wealth. In the age of digital transactions, physical currency is becoming increasingly nostalgic and coveted. This adds another layer of rarity to these old coins. They're not just hard to find, they're becoming extinct. This scarcity drives value, especially when paired with historical context and numismatic demand. Australia's minting history is rich with these hidden gems, and as interest continues to skyrocket, their value is only going up. So, if you own any Australian coins from the 1971 Elizabeth II period, or especially those tied to the bicentennial celebrations, take a closer look. You might be sitting on an extraordinary piece of history worth more than gold itself. Don't spend it, don't lose it, and don't ignore it. A small, seemingly insignificant coin could very well be the key to a new life. In a world where fortunes are fleeting, These rare coins stand as silent titans of wealth, waiting for the right hands to discover their true power. Second up, imagine holding a coin that could change your life forever. One that seems ordinary at first glance, yet hides a fortune within its worn metal. That's the magic of rare Australian bicentennial coins, especially those tied to Queen Elizabeth II's reign and dated around 1974. While most people walk past these coins without a second thought, collectors around the world are willing to pay jaw-dropping sums for the right one. The allure lies not only in their scarcity, but also in the fascinating quirks, errors, misprints, or unique designs that make these coins immensely valuable. If you've ever stumbled upon a coin from this era, now's the time to check your collection, because what looks like spare change might just be your golden ticket to unexpected wealth. The 1974 Australian coins, particularly those marked with the image of Queen Elizabeth II and themed around liberty or the country's bicentennial spirit, have become legendary in the numismatic world. Though 1974 doesn't mark 200 years of federation, it represents a period rich in experimental minting, where test designs and limited editions made it into circulation, often unintentionally. One of the most fabled stories surrounds coins that bear striking features like double denominations, misaligned dies, or off-center strikes. These anomalies, invisible to the untrained eye, are what collectors treasure most. They turn an everyday 50-cent or $1 coin into an artifact worth hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions. It's important to understand that value isn't just determined by age or shine, but by rarity and uniqueness. Some rare 1974 coins have values superimposed awkwardly across the Queen's bust, or exhibit mysterious overlays of the word liberty, a term not commonly used on standard Australian currency. These minting oddities are believed to be the result of experimental dies or transitional errors during production. When such mistakes occur, only a handful of these coins ever leave the mint, and once collectors catch wind of them, the bidding wars begin, with private auctions reaching unimaginable figures. Perhaps the most talked about coins are those erroneously struck with American motifs, like liberty, or mismatched values, suggesting a rare cross-cultural minting mistake. While this may sound like myth, several verified cases have emerged over the years, adding to their legendary status. The idea that a simple mix-up at the mint could now be worth a mansion is precisely what keeps treasure hunters and serious numismatists combing through their collections with renewed hope. These coins embody a tangible mystery, each one a puzzle piece of history waiting to be discovered by the right eyes. What adds to the excitement is the dramatic shift in market perception. Not long ago, many of these coins were simply dismissed as curiosities. But as global interest in coin collecting has exploded, fueled by stories of people becoming millionaires overnight, attention has turned sharply toward Australia's rarest coinage. Some coins, once bought for just a few dollars at garage sales, have now appeared in elite private collections or prestigious auctions with staggering price tags. It's a collector's dream, a true rags-to-riches fantasy that turns the mundane into the magical. The market for these rare coins isn't just for hobbyists anymore. It's become a battleground for investors, historians, and collectors alike. Coins like the 1974 Elizabeth II bicentennial errors are now seen as blue-chip assets, as secure and profitable as fine art or real estate. Their value appreciates as fewer remain in circulation, and as demand among global collectors intensifies. Owning one of these rare coins is not just a financial win. It's a piece of cultural and minting history, a fragment of a nation's evolving identity, stamped forever in metal. And then there's the emotional side, the thrill of the hunt. So if you've ever dismissed those old coins rattling in your kitchen drawer, think again. That forgotten 1974 bicentennial coin might be more than a piece of metal. It could be a millionaire's relic, your passport to a new life. Start looking, start researching, and above all, start believing. Because the next great coin discovery might just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting for someone who knows its true worth to bring its story to life. That old 1974 Australian coin sitting unnoticed in your drawer could be worth a fortune. Yes, even millions. Rare bicentennial coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II, especially those with unusual errors like misstrikes, doubled values, or mysterious liberty inscriptions, have become prized treasures in the world of collectors. These rare minting anomalies, often accidental and extremely limited, are now fetching jaw-dropping prices at auctions. What once seemed like spare change could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. So before you spend it, take a closer look. You might just be holding a millionaire's coin.